Welcome to Cadence Rose. Today we're going to be making our Calamine salt bar. So on Cadence Rose, on our website, we have our shampoo line and our salt bar line. So we have our Calamine salt bar and then our Calamine shampoo and body bar. But today we're going to be restocking our Calamine salt bar. So this is, of course, a soap made with lots of salt. This bowl right here has a lot of salt in it. And this is going to have calamine powder in it. So that's what's going to give this soap the nice, pretty pink color. But calamine has a lot of great benefits for your skin. Very good for soothing the skin and good for all types of things. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making 100 bars of this soap today. And I have my 5-gallon bucket down here, and I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that we're going to be using. So in this tub right here at the bottom, we have our calamine powder. So this is pink, but this is all natural calamine powder. Then we have some coconut milk powder. Coconut milk powder is going to add some good silkiness to the soap, a little bit of bubbles, and it's going to make the soap smell really good. So that's what we have in here. We've got sugar water. I explained this in one of my videos a while back, but this is just a solution with distilled water and pure sugar. So that's what we're going to be using. And this sugar is going to help with bubbles and making a really foamy, awesome lather. And we've got our essential oil blend. So this is a blend made up of lavender, Lycia, and geranium. So this is a really unique and really nice smelling blend. I really love how this smells. And then of course our main event, we have our salt. So salt of course is really good for making the bar super hard and long lasting and very durable, and it's going to help give you a very foamy lather. Salt bars are super refreshing. They're one of my favorite soaps. So yes, we're going to be doing this in our salt bar version. If you want to make a similar recipe like this, I have in my recipe playlist a whole bunch of recipes, but I also have a video where I make a calamine spa bar. So that recipe is similar to this one, so you can go check that out if you'd like to make something like this yourself. Try to be careful today. Yesterday I broke one of my nails kind of a little bit deep, so I have like a band-aid on, and I'm going to put this glove on, and we're going to try to be careful so that I don't bang it up too bad. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to pour my salt. My oils are here just melted, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour all of my additives, ingredients in, and then my lye. So I'm even going to pour my salt before my lye, and I'm going to pour all of my things in, mix it, and then I'll add my lye solution. So this is my salt, and I'm going to pour this into my bucket. So this is our calamine and our coconut milk powder, and we're going to add this in. If you hear anything upstairs, I apologize, but it is my 2 dogs. If you know, we recently got a new puppy. His name is Ziggy. We got him on May 8th, and he is the craziest, most spoiled dog I've ever seen. And he's such a loud mouth. He screams. He barks about everything. He knows what he wants though. I'm going to pour my essential oil blend in. If he's hungry, he'll just bark at the water bowl. And right now, you know, he's a puppy, he's not potty trained, so we're keeping an eye on him. But he's very smart, he's just very wild. He's very crazy. And like I gave in my first update, I told you guys that Dottie was a little bit apprehensive about him, but as the weeks went by, she has gotten really close to him. She does kind of he's super crazy and wild, so she doesn't like that all the time, but they snuggle together and they love each other, so it's cute. This is my sugar water. Now I'm going to take my blender and we're going to blend this. And here are the final soaps. Okay, those are poured. I'm probably going to cut those in about 2 hours. That is the amount of time it normally takes for me to cut these bars because they are soap bars. They're harder. They're going to get hard fast. I'll monitor it throughout the 2 hours, but it'll usually take about 2 hours and then I'll cut it. Since you guys seem to like last video, I'm going to be doing the same thing where I'm going to be showing you how I make some food because I'm trying to better my cooking skills. So today I'm going to be making a dessert, not dinner. So I'm going to be making bread pudding. Excited to try it. Please leave below any video ideas you have and where you guys are from. I love to see that. I love seeing all of the different people from countries. And I also want to ask you guys one more thing. One of these days I'd like to make a video talking about more of soap making history. So if any of you guys have been making soap for a really long time, or if you've watched people like your grandparents, could you give me some stories about their techniques of making soap or your techniques of making soap a while back? I know my family has made soap for a long time and I have stories of that, but I'd love to see some of your guys' story and maybe I can include that in one of my videos later on. So I'm going to cut this soap later. I'm going to bring you along with me with my bread pudding making and I'll see you then. Welcome back to the kitchen. I've got a glove on because like I said, my nail is a little messed up right now, but I've got my rings off, my hands are washed, and like I said, we're going to be making bread pudding. I've got my oven preheating to 375. This is a pretty quick recipe and it shouldn't be too hard, but next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to coat a 8x11 baking dish. I have my recipe over here. This is my baking dish, and I'm going to use vegetable oil spray to coat this. And there are 2 parts to this recipe. There is the bread pudding itself and then the vanilla sauce, so that's what we're going to be doing. Next I'm going to put 2 cups of whole milk into a pot, and we're going to, it says scald the milk and the butter, and then we'll add some eggs and stuff. And then our butter. Okay, well it said when it starts to bubble, that means it's good, so I'm gonna turn it off. Then it said to take 2 eggs, beat them, and then add some sweetening stuff to this. So we're gonna add some brown sugar, cinnamon, and stuff to this, but once I beat it, then we'll do that. This is 1/3 cup of brown sugar that we're gonna use. This is a teaspoon of cinnamon. Then it said once our milk and butter mixture cools down, we'll add this to it because we want to make sure it cools so that it doesn't curdle our eggs. While I'm waiting for my milk to cool, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some bread. I need 3 cups. This says like a little bit stale French bread. So I'm going to cut 3 cups of this into cubes. So that's what I'm going to do while I wait for that to cool good enough because I don't want to make scrambled eggs. And next we're going to move on to our vanilla sauce while that's still cooling. So this is going to do 1 cup of milk, so I'm going to get that real quick. Got our 1 cup of milk, we're going to put it in a saucepan. We've got 2 tablespoons of butter. It's a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this is a tablespoon of flour and then a 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to bring this to a low boil for about 4 minutes and just stir it constantly. Now I'm going to add my egg mixture with the cinnamon, all of that, to my milk. This is my scalded milk and butter. And I'm going to add my bread to our milk and stuff mixture. And it says once we put it in, make sure to stir it carefully and to not beat it or anything like that. And we're going to pour this into our pan. And it says we're going to bake this for 40 minutes on 375. There's our bread pudding. And I'm going to set a timer for 40 minutes. And I'll be back to show you the final result. Like I said, make sure to send me your recipes that you'd like to see me try on here. Anything is welcome. I try my best. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for getting me to 2,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to stay tuned for the soap cutting and the final result of my bread pudding. Okay, the bread pudding should be done, so I'm gonna get it out, but I wanted to show you something. We went to Mebane, North Carolina recently, and I got these cute little pug things. We have 2 pugs, and we had another one before, so this is a mitt, a little pot holder, and then a rag, and it says, "Every meal you make, every bite you take, I'll be watching you," which is very true to a pug. So I'm gonna get the bread pudding out, and yeah. So here it is, and it says pour half of my sauce on here, so I'm gonna do that. Hot. It's really good. Tastes just like the restaurant. 10 out of 10. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go eat the rest of my dinner, and then I'll get some actual dessert.